Good morning. My name is Aaron King. The case that I will be going over is Byrns versus Riddell Incorporated. This case involves the appellant Kevin Byrns, who was a varsity football player at Alhambra High School in Arizona. Kevin Byrns was a member of the onside kick recovery team for the varsity football team. On October 2nd, 1970, Byrns received an onside kick, fell to the ground with the ball, and thereafter was struck in the head. This striking to his head led to head trauma for Byrns. Byrns went on to claim that his injuries were a direct result of the defects on the Riddell TK2 football helmet in Riddell Incorporated. Therefore, he alleged that the helmet manufacturer was distributing defective helmets and that there was a failure by Riddell Incorporated to provide a warning of the defects in the TK2 helmet. Kevin Byrns brought two witnesses to trial with him to help him prove his side. The first witness was Fred Rappel. Fred put the Riddell TK2 through multiple impact tests and made reference to the Z90.1 impact test within his testimony. Fred stated that the helmet transfers the energy of the blow directly to the head of the wearer instead to the padding within the helmet. He also claimed that the helmet was defective in regards to energy absorption in the forehead, temporal areas, and rear. He did mention that the part of least defect on the helmet was the top of the helmet. The second witness that Kevin Byrns brought to trial was his physician to speak about his injuries. His physician mentioned that Byrns' head had swelling of the right temporal lobe of the brain. This most likely was caused by blunt trauma or head-to-head contact right in front of the ear and right behind the eye, or from a blow from the opposite side of the head. The biggest piece of evidence in this case was the game film. The game film showed that Byrns received the ball, fell to the ground, and then was struck on top of his head by a defender. This hurt his case because it stated in court that the safest place to get hit while wearing the Riddell helmet was on top of it. Also, the injuries sustained by Byrns were the byproduct of a blow from the side of the head. Due to this, he would not win his appeal. The biggest thing to take away from this case is the awareness of defect that a company must make the information of certain weaknesses and defects of their products to the public. At that point, the public can choose to use it or not. It is when a company withholds defects that legal actions can then be taken. This is also why you see warning labels and risk of injury labels on a lot of sports equipment to ensure that they will not be held liable for injury while a player is using their equipment. These days, helmet companies are trying to do everything they can to make not only the sport of football more safe, but also their equipment more safe. At the end of the day, any athlete that plays football, plays a physical contact sport, has got to be aware of the disadvantages and risks that come along with playing that sport. That is all I got. Thank you.